Welcome back, folks, to more scratches. Still scratching my head why I'm playing this game. Maybe I'll write a story. Once upon a time there was a game called Scratches. The game hoarder found it on Steam for $2.99 and bought it. 2 hours into the game he thought, fuck, I wasted $3. The end. Suddenly she stopped and stood there, paralyzed, hesitant to give any credit to what her eyes were seeing, and completely unaware of the potentially dangerous situation. Surprisingly, there wasn't anything unusual or strange about the event. Little Kathy was hastily crossing the living room toward the huge oak door, her fancy black dress fluttering at every footstep. As the girl reached the doorknob, she turned to look back, and Marion had urged her with a whisper to hurry up. But Marion wasn't seeing Kathy. Her memories haunted her back in displaced reality, giving room to the nightmare's vision she had spent months trying to forget, ever since her first visit to the old house. In her dream, she saw a little girl also wearing a black dress, emerging from a passageway hidden in the room. She never actually managed to glimpse where the passage was, only saw the girl running towards her, her small face contorted in a horrible grimace. Marion quickly realized in a twisted version of Kathy she would know later, as if her figure was distorted by the veil of smoke, her exact movements through the room reaching for the knob, facing her back. There were too many coincidences to ignore. It wasn't a nightmare that she experienced that day, nor a ghost, something she refused to believe in, but she was now willing to blindly embrace as the truth given the shocking vividness of her vision. A ghost would come from the past. What she'd seen came from the... Her thoughts were interrupted as a figure behind her cast a shadow across the doorstep. "You filthy liar, you betrayed me!" groaned a deep voice. Well, that story was poop. Yeah, never mind, that was fucking weak. Game More Dead's here, everyone. Yay!
Yay, can't wait to finish this fucking lame game.
Tell us how you really feel.
This game sucks.
Some people might enjoy this game.
Well, I don't.
Well, go do some yard work.
You do yard work.
Fuck that, I'm LP and Scratches. LP and comes before anything. Alright, so we wrote our little story, which the story isn't that interesting so far either. The discoveries I had made in the house were too exciting to stop now. I thought that maybe I could investigate further today and return to work tomorrow. You know what time it is, folks. It's time to call Jerry. Hi, Jerry. It's Michael. My balls are so cold without you here to warm them.
How much longer till this game is over?
I think the biggest problem with this game is that we walking around all these rooms here. We found some items. There have been some minute puzzles using items here and there, but it's supposed to be a horror game, and really, the music is the only thing that's got any kind of creepiness to it. The atmospheric, tone of the game is old dungy house. There's nothing popping out. There's really not a lot of sound effects. It's just not really pulling me in as a horror game. This would be like really cool, like back in the day when these 3D scroll graphics kind of came out, just to like show off an engine. Maybe this is what this game feels like to me, as a prototype, showing off the engine of 360 view and blah blah blah. But there's just not a lot of interaction. There's some reading.
A lot of reading.
Some storyline that's somewhat interesting. I definitely dig the
Michael and Jerry.
African mask deal, but so far it hasn't been integrated into the house itself. There's just a fucking mask sitting upstairs. There's nothing scary about a mask that sits in a dark corner.
What's that say? 5 o'clock?
It's 5 o'clock.
7 o'clock. I can't even tell where the lines are.
It's 5. Oh well, let's call Jerry, see what he's up to. Hey, Jerry.
Jerry, it's me. You won't believe what I've found here.
Try me.
It's about the happenings that led to the murder you told me about. There's an impressive backstory surrounding this place and many loose ends. It would seem nobody ever stumbled upon this.
Shouldn't you be working on your book?
Are you listening to me? James Blackwood was into some very weird stuff and possibly dangerous. Something tells me this case is much more complex than it was thought to be.
Why don't you inform the authorities? I'm sure they'll be dying to reopen a long-forgotten case about some crazy old psycho killing his wife.
No way. And miss all the fun? I'm doing this on my own. I wonder if those noises I heard have anything to do with this. Maybe James Blackwood was trying to hide something.
Like in that book, where an old man was guarding the entrance to hell. I bet this James Blackwood person had a doorway like that in his basement. Those dreadful noises must be the sounds of the damned coming for you.
Why, thanks, mate. That's been very helpful. Great to have friends like you.
Then stop talking about all this nonsense. Do you have any idea how crazy it sounds? You're a writer, not some fancy PI.
I'll get to the bottom of this. I know I will. I'm certain there's much more to James Blackwood than a simple act of murder.
Now you're sounding more morbid than usual. Simple act of murder? Oh goody. Just somebody died, nothing to worry about. This isn't like you, Michael. This whole thing is really affecting you.
Stop being a drama queen. I'm a grown-up and I'm pretty aware of what I'm doing.
Fine, go chase around the ghosts of James Blackwood. I'll stay here in the riverboat.
I'll let you know about my progress.
After that lengthy phone call, I think it's time to catch some Z's. So, if you are watching this, me and Game Horde definitely like this type of game, but we're wanting ones that are more exciting, so go ahead and leave some comments, some suggestions maybe. Let us know some of the games you played that actually had some creepy, scary
Some
scenes.
excitement.
Something that made the game great.
Something going on.
Something happening besides shitty wallpaper. Alright, we wake up in the middle of the night. Something's not right. Let's go listen to the fireplace. It's probably scratching sounds. Where's my stethoscope of scratching? We better go check on the mask.
Oh, checking on Jerry's balls.
The mask is gone.
Ooh, scary.
The mask is gone. It grew legs and walked away.
Ooh, that music they're playing is so scary.
Holy shit!
Oh my god.
It made the hair on my balls stand on end. Once again, I awakened during the bizarre dream by those scratching noises.
Oh, it's another fucking nightmare. Not real, folks. Not real.
My God, the mask was gonna eat me. Mean mask.
I'm gonna pull a mattress in here, take a nap.
The mask is still there. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness that was only another nightmare.
Let's get scary and go down to the cellar.
Oh, that's why they're asking for money, because it's fucking Veterans Weekend. Oh. We're donate to our veterans.
I forget. How do we get in the cellar?
I don't think we've been in the cellar.
Where's the kitchen at? It's in the kitchen. That's how we get there. Need to get to the main room. Grab the fucking door handle. Here's the creepy cellar. This time we got a light. Hello.
Hey. Can't put matches.
Dang, it uses a match each time. It's actually keeping track of matches. No! What the fuck? Guy's actually getting in the furnace? Who was that?
Is that a furnace? That shit ain't right.
My guy happens to be Jewish. This game is racist. Alright, so I don't think we're alone. With my heart pounding, I barely gathered the strength to leave the basement. The last drop of oil inside the lamp had been consumed.
Are you missing some matches too?
I was so startled and scared from seeing the man in the furnace that I went back to bed. I was too confused to think straight and decided, almost against my will, to return to bed. Because yeah, I could really sleep after knowing that a dude's walking around my fucking house. That makes total sense. Fuck you. I went back to bed.
Another day has passed.
Monday, October 14th.
My third and final day inside Blackwood Manor began with an odd feeling of expectation. Still shaking about the occurrence of last night, I managed to pull myself together and focus on finding out what really happened inside this place. Alright, so this is the last and final day of the game. Thank God. Not all games I LP are going to be great games or even good games. In fact, I've LP'd a few shitty games already. But I do enjoy the 360 panoramic type of deal view that you can do in these. It's pretty cool. Game Hordette has grown weary and bored of this game, so at this point she's decided to drop out of the LP. I don't blame her, but I must finish what I start. It was incredibly cold inside the house now. Alright, we'll make some fire. He got extremely lucky and only used one match to light those thick logs of wood. Impressive. I think it's time to call Jerry. Which is what half this game consists of. Calling fucking Jerry on this fucking phone.
Who is it?
It's me.
The ghost hunter. Any contact with the other world yet?
Actually, I'm not sure. Jerry, I'm definitely not alone in this house.
What are you talking about?
Last night I saw something down below. It was moving. I wasn't dreaming, and I'm not making this up.
Are you sure it wasn't a mutant rat?
Mutant rat.
Definitely no rat.
I'm calling the police.
No, not just yet.
Michael, for Christ's sake, you could have a burglar inside the house.
This is no burglar, Jerry. It's much more interesting than that, and I want to figure this out by myself.
Have you taken leave of your senses?
Just promise me you won't call anyone. I can do this on my own.
Whatever. Just call me if you need any help. I'm driving there today.
Right. Bye.
Bye, Jerry. Alright, I need a fresh breath there. I need a breath of fresh air. I need a fresher breath. I need a breath of fresh. Game Hordette! Bring me a beer, woman. Bring me a goddamn beer right this moment. I want the cold one in the freezer. Stockpile another one. That's what you need, little game hoardlings. You need a woman to bring you beer while you LP. Only then will you be true game hoarder. A strong smell of aged oil and asshole was infecting the barn-like garage. It smelled like a dookie shoot in here. It's a nice bike. For 1920. Whoa, still got some spin. Check out the rims on that poppy. Boom shakalaka. Got a little headlight action up there too. It's a makeshift generator. I like it. Check out this old car. Looks like poop. Classy, an old automobile. Still, I didn't want to get very close. It gave me the strange feeling that something was about to jump at me from inside. Are you kidding? That's the perfect reason to get close. What do we got here? A workbench. We'll grab us a crowbar. Alright. I can't see what I'm taking, but I'm going to take it. Got us some pliers and a screwdriver. Fantastical. Light switch doesn't work. Alright, let's head, let's go check out the greenhouse. Greenhouses are great places to grow pot, especially if you live in Colorado or Washington now, where it is legal for recreational use. The greenhouse was stuck, probably due to some serious rusting on the hinges. What can we do to take care of that rust? Nothing. The hell? Looked like there was a... What we got here? Got us a little clearing. What the? There's a small pool of water below the arching tree. No fish to catch. Alright, let's head back into the house. I actually do have a copy of glitch in the video. As I was saying, I have a copy of Shivers on the way. So I think we're going to start that next weekend. Ooh, the crypt.
I am the crypt keeper.
Years of corrosion has stiffened the wire on the door handles, making it impossible to manipulate with my bare hands. It's okay, we got some wire snippers. Snippity snip snip nip. cold shiver ran down my spine as I entered the decaying crypt. The foul smell of rotting flesh seemed to have persisted throughout the years. That's fucking gross. Let's check out some dead bodies, yo. Ooh. Descend into the darkness, if you will. Hello, dead bodies. How are you doing today? Seriously considered what I was about to do, but my curiosity kept letting me. The advanced stages of decomposition was inside the coffin. It was disgusting. This must be Catherine and James Blackwood. Uh-oh! Curiously enough, this coffin was completely empty. Very interesting looking stone. According to the plaques, both Mr. and Mrs. Blackwood died in the same year. Interesting what a pain in the ass it was to take that stone, isn't it? Kind of bullshit if you ask me. One of the coffins was considerably smaller than the rest. The prospect of witnessing the decaying body of a baby wasn't very tempting. Having sex with it, on the other hand, completely different story. Just kidding. Seeing one dead body inside the crypt was enough for me. There were several more coffins in this room, probably belonging to the more important ancestors of the family. Bunch of dead motherfuckers. This coffin was half open, and I was horrified to glimpse the remains of the dead cat in it. Strange. It's a big coffin for a fucking pussy. It was too dark to make out what the plaque read. Most of the plaques were too badly eroded to make out what they said. We need more light, folks. Large windows in the dome above allowed for some faint light into the crypt. It made me want to throw a rock at him. I hurled the stone at the window, but sadly it missed and bounced off the ceiling, flying out of sight. Son of a bitch! That was my rock. Try that shit again. Boom! Again I hurled the stone at the window with all my strength, and this time my aim was true. The glass collapsed, throwing shards in every direction. Thankfully, none of them hit me. Alright, we should be able to read the plaque now. Keywords, should. It was still too dark to make out with the placard. Son of a bitch! Alright, so we can't quite get enough light to read the plaque quite right tonight. Let's head back to the House of Fright. Let's see what we see to take within sight. After leaving the crypt, I stopped to think for a few seconds. I only found one body inside, but there were 2 plaques. Something was evidently fucked up. I'm leaving. This place is Bolshevik. We could use a big mirror. Take that shit. We could use a little mirror too, right? I got about a mirror. And I know how to reflect light, bitch. Once you have the mirror, head back to the crypt. Let's see if we can check that Plizak out. It'll be plaque testicle. It's just not the same without Game Hoarder here, or Game Hoardette. Keeping me safe from this scary game. We're going to be also doing LPs. We're actually playing through the Penumbra and Amnesia games right now. Penumbra 1, 2, and 3, or Part 1 and Part 2 and 2. And also Amnesia. We haven't actually finished Penumbra. We're going to finish Amnesia after that and start LPing Penumbra. And then after that, of course, we'll do the scariest game of all time, Amnesia, apparently. It was pretty creepy. I played the first 10 minutes of it. Definitely cool. Use our wire here on the mirror to get a wired mirror. Now we're going to need to use the mirror up here. The candle holders were attached to the walls, but alas, there were no candles in the vicinity. There were, however, wired mirrors within the vicinity. Ah, there we go. You can obviously see the light reflecting off of that. The inscription was too eroded, but I could make out the letter R on the far left. Okay. That's not a whole lot of information. You can suck my balls. I am upset about this. And I must go call Jerry. Hey, Jerry, it's Michael. Fucking door after door.
Yes?
Hi, Jerry.
Michael, I was worried about you. Are you doing okay?
Yes, I'm fine, and I think I know the identity of my intruder.
Tell me, who is it?
James Blackwood.
The Blackwood person? Michael, are you serious? That the ghost of the murderer is roaming the house?
I'm not talking about his ghost, Jerry. I'm talking about him.
What the heck do you mean?
I mean James Blackwood himself, alive in this house.
What? How is that possible?
It makes sense. After murdering his wife and realizing what he has done, he begs for help to Christopher Milton, who fakes his death.
Milton, the previous owner? Michael, you're losing your mind. Even if he managed to hide himself, how did he survive all this time? Milton has been missing for years.
Good point, but I'm sure a desperate man like Blackwood would have found a way.
Yes, by turning into a ghost. Wait a minute. Yeah, I have it right here. James Blackwood passed away on June 1963. Would you please stop this?
Jerry, just listen to me. I know I'm right. There's only Mrs. Blackwood's body in the crypt. His is missing.
Oh God, Michael. You've really gone out of your mind. Digging into coffins, what next? Desecrating the chapel?
Whatever it takes to solve this
That's not all I desecrated.
only find stories like this in books.
Precisely why I'm beginning to wonder about
Took
your
a shit in the
sanity.
baby room.
We'll see.
Let's make another call here. Let's call that bank. What was that number again? Hope you wrote it down. If not, check your notes. The number is 01912944144.
Good day, the National Bank of Northumberland. Robert Blake speaking.
Hello, Robert. I need some help. It's about James Thomas Blackwood. Do you have a customer called that?
I'm sorry, sir. I can't give you that kind of information.
My name is Christopher Milton, a renowned doctor and good friend of the Blackwood family, and I demand some respect.
All right, sir. Please, just hold on for a few moments. Ah, yes. I have a customer listed as James Blackwood here.
Good. I need to know about any recent banking activity in this account.
What kind of banking activity, sir?
Well, you tell me. Any withdrawals, payments?
Look, sir, I'm really sorry, but I can only give that information to Mr. Blackwood himself.
So that means the account is still active?
Well, yeah. It means I can't give you this information, sir. You said your name was...
I won't waste your time anymore. Good day.
And I won't waste any more of yours. See you next episode, folks. If you dare for more.